All right, let's talk. If you've ever dealt with test automation, you know exactly how a nice, small test suite can explode into this complex beast. So today, we're going to break down 3 super powerful TestNG techniques to tame that chaos and get your suite back under your complete control. Okay, let's jump right in. So, does this sound familiar? Your whole automation framework, it was supposed to make life easier, right? But now it feels like you're spending all your time just wrestling with it, just trying to manage the thing. Hey, you're not alone. And it's actually a good sign. It means you're ready to level up your entire strategy. These pain points are super common. Your full regression runs take forever, tying up build agents for hours. The reports you get are just a wall of text that doesn't really help you debug anything. And manually rerunning failed tests? Ugh, it's slow, it's tedious, and you can easily make mistakes. And these right here are the exact headaches we're going to solve today. Okay, so first up, grouping. You need to think of this as your command center for test execution. Instead of just running everything all the time, grouping lets you build these logical collections of tests that you can fire off whenever you want. Seriously, the best way to wrap your head around this is to think of it like a music playlist. You've got your sanity playlist for a really quick check, right? Then you've got the full regression album for that deep dive. Maybe you even have a data-driven playlist for certain specific scenarios. The point is, you get to decide exactly what gets played. So how do you actually do it? It's super simple. It all starts right there in your Java code. You just use the regular @test annotation and add the groups parameter. So here, we're tagging this test method into the sanity group. And get this, you can even assign a single test to multiple groups, like sanity and master, so it's part of different collections. Okay, so that's part 1. The other half of the puzzle is in your TestNG XML file. In there, you add a groups tag, and inside of that, you just tell it which group to run using include name equals sanity. That's it. When you run this XML, TestNG zips through all your classes and only runs the tests you've tagged with sanity. Okay, listen up, because this is the #1 mistake I see people make, and it's a doozy. If your setup and teardown methods, your @before class and @after class, aren't also assigned to the group, TestNG will just ignore them completely. Your browser won't launch, your tests will all fail, and you'll be pulling your hair out wondering why. So, rule of thumb, always tag your setup and teardown methods with the same group. And it gets even cooler. You can get super granular by combining include and exclude. So imagine this. You want to run your sanity tests, but only the pure ones, not any of them that also happen to be part of the big regression suite. Simple. You just include sanity and you exclude regression. This gives you this incredible fine-tuning control over every single test run. All right, so you've got control over what runs. Awesome. But now, what about the results? I mean, the standard TestNG reports are okay, but something like extent reports, that gives you true visibility into what actually happened. I mean, think about it. The standard report just gets overwritten every single time you run your tests. Your history, poof, gone. But using advanced reports unlocks some really key capabilities. Let's walk through 3 of the biggest game changers, and it all starts with preserving that history. First step is dynamic naming. Just by sticking a timestamp right into the file name, you get a brand new, unique report for every single run. Suddenly, you have a complete history. That's invaluable for tracking trends and spotting issues over time. Number 2, you automatically grab all those critical environment details. Was this test run on Windows or a Mac, in Chrome or Firefox? Who actually ran the tests? You can pull all of that context and stick it right in the report header, so no more guesswork. And number 3, oh man, this is the absolute game changer. Automatic screenshots when things fail. When a test breaks, the single most valuable piece of information is seeing what the app looked like at that exact moment. A custom listener can automatically snap that picture and embed it right in the report, right next to the error. This one thing, this right here, can slash your debugging time. We're talking hours down to minutes. Okay, but here's the catch. There's one little technical detail you have to get right for this to work. In your base class, your WebDriver instance absolutely must be declared as static. Here's why. The listener that takes the picture and your test need to be looking at the exact same browser window. If it's not static, they won't be, and the listener will just be blind to the failure. It won't be able to capture anything. Okay, for our last technique, let's talk about making you super efficient. You've run your tests, a couple of them failed, and you just pushed a fix. So now what? You know the drill, right?
The old way is just painful. Let's say 10 of your 100 tests fail. After you fix the code, you've got to kick off the entire 100 test suite all over again, just to make sure those 10 fixes actually worked. It's such a huge waste of time and machine power.
But here's the beautiful part. TestNG has this amazing built-in solution for this exact problem. After any test run, it automatically creates a file in your test output folder, and it's called TestNG failed XML. And guess what's in that file? Just a list of only the tests that failed.
And the workflow? It's just so simple, it's brilliant. You run your main suite. When some tests fail, you don't panic. You just go fix your code, and then you just run that testng.fail.xml file. It'll execute only what's necessary, letting you verify your fixes in a tiny fraction of the time. Okay, so let's put it all together. See? These aren't just 3 random tricks. The real magic happens when you use them together. What you have now are basically 3 new superpowers for your test suite. Grouping gives you precise control over every single run. Advanced reporting gives you deep visibility into the results, with proof. And those smart reruns give you unparalleled efficiency in your fix and verify cycle. When you implement these strategies, you're not just tacking on a few features. You're literally changing the way you work. You're going from, this chaotic reactive mode to being proactive, in control, building a truly professional automation framework that can actually scale with your project. So now you've got the keys to the kingdom: total control, deep visibility, and maximum efficiency. You're not just managing a test suite anymore, you're engineering a reliable automation platform. The only question left is, what are you going to build with all that time you just saved?